There you go, Corey. Thanks. All right, guys, injuries from the game. Greenlaw, right calf, never returned. Leonard Floyd, shoulder, did return. Jalen Moore, quad, did not return. Aaron Banks, knee, did not return. D. Winters, chest, did not return. Go ahead.
They moved Banks out pretty quickly in the press box. Does that denote the seriousness of that?
Yeah, I mean, they thought it was most likely an MCL.
What can you tell us about Dre's situation? Is that a reason for concern, the calf?
I mean, it can be. It was the fourth play, or one of the first four plays. I know it was the first drive. He felt tightness in the calf, so once that happened, we shut him down. So we'll see if he pulled it or anything, but we didn't test any more after that.
Kyle, he had tendonitis in that leg last year at the end, Achilles tendonitis. Is there a connection between the two things? Do you know?
The Achilles tendonitis last year to the calf today?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Kyle, you guys were officially eliminated from the playoffs even before kickoff, so were you aware of that? And then just what kind of pall, I guess, did that cast over the game?
No, I wasn't aware of that, but that wouldn't have did nothing with the game. I mean, we kind of had that vibe last week. I know it wasn't official, but we understand numbers, so we kind of knew that last week.
At what point did you learn that playoff contention had been eliminated?
I mean, I knew pretty much was last week, so I mean, they told me after the game here that it was official with those two games, but we understand what 1% chance is or whatever it was, so pretty much last week.
Kyle, what's just the penalties, everything, and just how you feel about, what did you tell you guys after the game?
That no matter what's going on, when you have those penalties like that, you don't deserve to win. You know, the offense, the biggest thing was the lack of concentration. And we should have first and goal at the 2, no problem. And 3 plays before that, we have 2 guys line up on the ball. And then we overcame it with Debo's play there on 3rd and 8. But we didn't because we had 2 guys off the ball. That was a big one. And then to miss the field goal after that. The defense, 3 drives where you have a personal foul on all 3 of those drives. I think 2 of them ended up in points. But that was stuff that we can control, and I didn't get to see them all, but you can't have 3 personal fouls on 3 drives in the second half and expect to win.
As a coach, just how does that make you feel, like these mistakes that keep happening this late into the season?
I mean, just, you know, I'm not going to say that they keep happening when it comes to penalties. Some weeks are worse than others. Today was as bad as it gets. You know, I know we're in the front half of the league when it comes to penalties, but today was, you know, the situations when we got those penalties, how we got them, that was real disappointing.
Did you see the second Pearsall legal formation penalty before it happened? Did you know that was going to be a penalty?
No, I didn't. We went on the quick count, so you need 1 guy on and 1 guy off.
What did you see on Purdy's interception?
It looked like he was going to try to layer the ball over whoever the nickel was, and as he was throwing it, he got hit, so he wasn't able to.
With Dre bringing him out, was that precautionary? Could he have gone back in if you guys needed it?
I mean, we didn't even discuss it, so once we heard about his calf, we shut him down.
Kyle, is it hard for you, your 4th-string running back and with the 3rd-string left tackle and 2nd-string guard on and on? Is it hard, given that type of injury situation, to kind of judge Brock and his performance, or do you say no, you still got to overcome a lot of this stuff?
I mean, you look at each play. I mean, you don't. That's why you watch film and you don't try to just have a sentence to define the whole game and get on that plane and watch a lot of the film. Yeah, it makes it tougher and stuff with those situations, but just as a team, like, regardless of those situations, those penalties I just discussed, I don't want to get into the situations with injuries. We had every opportunity to win that game, and but you don't give yourself an opportunity when you make some of those mistakes.
You mentioned earlier things you can control. With as many injuries as you've had this season, it seems like a few times after games you talk about that, things you can control. Is that, how much source of frustration, I guess, is that some of this is stuff, isn't the opponent, it's stuff you can control?
Yeah, that's my big frustration. I understand when your backs are against the wall and you have an uphill battle, but when you got 1st and goal at the 2 and you make it 3rd and goal at the 18 or whatever that is, and you miss a kick and it's completely something that you've done on your own, that's very frustrating. It makes it much harder.
Kittle and Debo seem to be having some of the vintage kind of performances out there. What does that say about them amid the circumstances here?
I mean, that's how I expect them to play every week. Those guys are good players, and circumstances to me don't change anything. When you get an opportunity to make a play, I expect guys to do it, and expect those guys to do it as much as anyone in this league.
When you got backups in at left tackle and left guard, does that restrict the plays that you call, or are you calling plays differently because of that setup?
Well, you got to think about all that stuff. Everything goes into it, but you also got to look at what the score is, the time on the clock, down and distance, what they're playing. But everything goes into what you decide on the play call.
Kyle,
With the
what are your
personal
confidence?
penalties, especially the one on Lenore, obviously they can happen, but how much of that do you think is frustration boiling over on their part just as toward the season's gone?
None.
What's your confidence level in Jake Moody right now?
I mean, it wasn't good out there missing that kick. You know, I don't know exactly what happened on the snap and the hold, but that's one he's got to make.
How much time did Burford get at tackle this week, or has he got?
He's been getting it all year.
It's,
Yeah,
Tua completed a lot
he's
of
been our
passes.
third all year. So just,
Tua completed a lot of passes to running backs in this game. How do you think he did defending Tua?
I mean, Tua completes a. I mean, he's the league in completions. I mean, that's what he's great at. So he does a good job at that. Our goal was to play more of the pass, and we knew we'd give up some in the run game. Try to get him to third down. That's what was so frustrating about those 3 penalties. I thought we would have got him to third down, especially on one of them. Gave him some freebies, and you give them too many. I mean, Tua's going to make some good throws. I thought he made some big ones today, but that wasn't the reason we lost. It was accumulation of things.
Kel, I think the opening drive you had 3rd and 1, and then Taylor got stopped short. It looked like maybe he did have. Did you not get a good angle? Do you consider challenging that?
I didn't get a good angle, but they said upstairs they didn't think we'd win, so it was a tough short yardage not to get.
You're obviously preoccupied with today, but this is the first time you've been in this stadium since the Super Bowl. Does that enter your mind at all?
I did a little bit when I got into my coach's locker room, but nothing with the game or anything.
You guys good? All right, guys.
All right, thanks, guys.
just kind of what are your thoughts, just leaving the field, having a chance there at the end, just how do you feel about the way the offense played?
I mean, just not good enough. I feel like we, hurt ourselves, early in the game with some penalties and things, and just plays were left out there. I felt like, so just overall, you start thinking about the plays that could have changed the game. Get some points up on the board, get some momentum, and so when we walk off the field, it's like, dang it, we had plenty of opportunities and we didn't finish. So. Yeah, it hurt.
Rock, when and how did you find out that you guys were officially eliminated from the playoffs?
Yeah, not until like after this game. So, yep.
What happened on that interception?
I was trying to layer it over that defender for Ricky, and then I just got hit and I couldn't, throw the ball that I really wanted to, and I left it short and guy got it. So.
realize there are 2 games left in the season, but what have you learned about yourself and this team this season? And I realize it's been frustrating, you talked about that, but as you stand here now, what do you think you've learned from it?
Man, it's sort of tough. We'll really see after the season just, the theme of every game and all that kind of stuff, where we need to be better and stuff. But just off the top of my head, it's just been, not clean football across the board. I just feel like we're hurting ourselves offensively. And then when the defense gets a stop, like we got to go and capitalize. Last year we did that really well. Last couple years, and we played team football for 4 quarters, and I just felt like we were pretty dominant. And so this year it's just been hit or miss, and the momentum as a whole team and a unit has just been okay. And that's a lot on me for our offense. Like I got to get our guys going and be on top of things, and so definitely learning that. But more than anything, it's like we have a really good team and we have good players and a lot of the core guys from obviously what we've done the last couple of years, and so that's what hurts is you have those kind of guys and culture here, and we just haven't been able to get it done in some games.
Brock, you mentioned a lot of good players. A lot of good players are no longer available. You're down to your 4th-string running back, and obviously there were some challenges on the offensive line after some injuries today. Obviously it affects the quarterback. Not making excuses for you, but is that a factor in some of these games, or are you like, I should be elevating this offense regardless of what's going on?
Yeah, that's my mindset. Is it doesn't matter who's out there. We have what it takes to win and move the chains and put up points and give our team a chance to win. That's my mindset, and so that's where I'm hard on myself. Is we've had some guys that have been banged up and all that, and then we haven't been able to get it done, and so I'm just hard on myself when it comes to that, and it hurts. But that's the NFL, man, and I know that I'm capable of pulling through and winning these kind of games, regardless of who's out there. It's just in the moment, man, I gotta just be better and take what the defense gives me and continue to build guys up as we go. So learning a lot. It hurts going through it, kind of thing, but I still have all the faith in the world and what we can do moving forward, and we still have 2 games left to go showcase ourselves and who we are.
Couple more?
Did you get to meet Dan Marino before the game?
Yep, I did.
What was that interaction like?
It was quick. We were starting to warm up, and he just sort of walked over and just said, "Hey man, I just wanted to meet you and good luck and tell your dad I said hi." So that was really neat. Cool of him to do that.
Just the ability to get Debo and Kittle involved and give them a lot of activity. What did you see out of those 2 guys today?
Man, their character, man. Playing with George and Debo and their heart and fight for our team and just trying to get things going for us, man. Like you just see it, and I'm very, very proud to be playing with them and their love for everybody on that field. They love coming to work with everybody here and going to war with all of us, and so we saw that out of both George and Debo, and man, I'm just incredibly happy to be a part of the field playing with them and in life. Just the conversations that we have and stuff off the field, they've been really good to me and big brothers to me. So,
All right, thanks, guys.
thanks.
Okay, thank you. It's just how frustrating is it to see another game like this where the mistakes and an opportunity to win and it gets away.
Yeah, it's happened way too many times this year, and when it rains, it pours. It's very frustrating all around, offense, defense, special teams. All year when we have that many penalties, it's kind of a harbinger of loss, and that's what it's been this year, and we need to kind of rally together and just appreciate the opportunity to go play this game.
You've been open about how much you admire Dre Greenlaw. How hard has it been just these last couple of weeks to see him back but not be able to kind of go out and keep doing what he loves and giving you guys a spark?
Yeah, I felt for him today. He really wanted to play out the rest of this year, and he's an incredible player, and I think sometimes with him, we need to protect him from himself because he'll play through anything, and sometimes when you go through an injury like that and it's not ready, I think the best thing for him would be to take it as slow as he can.
You talked earlier about the penalties, and I realize this might be a tough question to ask in the heat after a game, but what have you sort of learned from this year about this team and the difference between the success of last year and the frustration of this year?
I've learned that this league is very tough, and we've been on the highest of highs for a long time, and sometimes things don't go your way, and it's a lot of it is because of what we've done, obviously, but you just have to appreciate playing this game. I mean, I don't think I've played a game where we don't really have a chance in the playoffs, so it was a different feel, but it's always a blessing to be on the field and be a part of the Niners.
We saw you with a, go ahead, Tracy.
Nick, you said last week that the next few weeks you'd get an idea of who really wanted to be here. Is that, how pervasive is that feeling right now?
It's very, very evident that the guys who want to be here are going to play really hard and continue to do that. And I think, I don't question anybody on this team, but we're definitely going to be tested in the next couple weeks.
We saw you with a brace on your knee. Is everything okay with that knee?
No brace.
It was
Oh, the heating thing? Just a little soreness.
And you said sometimes you guys have to protect Dre from himself. Are you in that category too with your physical condition? Do you need a couple weeks off?
No, I'm good. The oblique's been brutal, but it's not something that is worrisome, so I'm good to go.
You had tackle for loss, I think, on the first snap, Nick, so I'm guessing you have positive vibes, figuring the game's going to go your way at that point.
I've learned that you never get too excited.
Thanks, Nick. Thanks, Nick.
Howdy. It's a little aggressive. There's two mics right here. Hi, everybody. We want to go first?
Yeah, it's probably, this is the frustration level. Where would you put that after a game like this where you guys commit the 11 penalties and have plays called back for a couple of illegal formations, defensive, unnecessary roughness? How do you feel after this game?
Frustrated is a good word for it. I'm a little thrown off by you wearing a stocking cap in Miami. Besides that, I would say frustrated for sure. No, I think our coaches does a really good job of coaching us, and the penalties that on offense, all the pre-snap penalties, it's just bad football. And I don't put that on Coach Shanahan. I don't put that on the wide receivers coach, the line coach, tight ends coach. That's on us. We know what the formations are. We have to go out there and execute. I messed up one. The wide receivers on the left side did 1 and 2. I'm just putting ourselves in a hole when we're already in a hole. So something that we have to address and just get better at, and just lock in a little bit better. Because if we don't do those things, probably a different outcome of the game. You're really throwing me through a loop, man.
George, was it eerie at all playing back here for the first time since the Super Bowl? Did you have any flashbacks or just look around the stadium and kind of hard to get that out of your mind?
Are you asking me if I have PTSD from that game?
Yes.
No. I had a great time tonight. Besides the penalties and all that, no, it's a great stadium, great atmosphere, good field. I had fun out there besides the outcome of the game, rumbling, bumbling all the way down the field. I would say just frustrated from the outcome of this game. No, I put that one to bed a while ago, so good with that.
George, when and how did you find out that you guys were mathematically eliminated, and does that matter? Did that matter at all? Kyle was making the point that you felt like you kind of were last week anyway, but
Yeah, no, I didn't even think about it at all. I don't even know when I learned. I'm pretty sure we had to rely on teams losing and then a tie. So I was like, hey, it is what it is. When someone says you have to rely on a tie, yeah, it is what it is. So no, I didn't think about it at all.
and you guys obviously have 2 games left, but what lessons, I mean, some of this frustration you've talked about before, the penalties, what have you sort of learned from this season that can be applied to trying to fix it next season?
Football is really difficult. When the ball doesn't bounce your way, when you have turnovers and you're not forcing turnovers, you get to play at a very elite level. You know, if that's what's going to happen during the game, and we have not been playing at that elite level, and we have to continue to strive to get better every single week. And while we are eliminated, we still have 2 weeks of football left, and if I have football in front of me, I'm going to play as hard as I possibly can, and I'm going to try to get the guys around me to do that same thing.
There's been a perception out there that maybe Deebo Samuel slowed down a little bit. What did you see from him today?
I don't know. I think I told you guys like every week for like the last 8 weeks that Deebo Samuel's a hell of a football player, and we just continue to give him the ball, and you're going to see it from him. I think last week was tough on him, and I would say there's anything different about Deebo this week. He just still showed up, same guy every single day, good energy every single day, and I was just happy for him. I didn't even see his touchdown. I was talking crap to somebody because I saw he was about to score. So, but I think that was a really cool play. And then the third downs that he broke tackles on and stuff like that. That's what I expect from Deebo all the time. He's a hell of a football player.
Your 106 yards tonight puts you at 33 yards away from another 1,000-yard season.
Cool.
What kind of consolation does that give you in a season like this?
I set goals for myself before the season. 1,000 yards is one of those goals. I'd rather be in the playoffs, but getting 1,000 yards it's good.
Well, good. Thanks, George.
Thank you, guys. Have a nice flight home.
how do you put this one in perspective?
Yeah, I mean, I'm always just going to look at defensively not good enough. I really don't have anything to say about big picture or anything like that. It's just, I'm just speaking on the game. We did some things good. We did some things not good. Penalties killed us. Not taking the ball away, and one takeaway in the last 5 games is just not going to get it done. I challenged the defense at half, saying we needed to take the ball away to win the game, and we didn't do that. And I put that on myself. I put that on. Just got to continue to keep challenging the guys. I can only speak defensively at the end of the day.
And how much did it deflate you guys or hurt to see Dre go out so early in this game?
Yeah, of course. We see the difference, right? From last game when he's out there, and that's my guy. I love going out there to battle with him, but at the end of the day, it's about saving Dre from himself sometimes too. He's coming back from a major injury, and everybody looks at last game and how great he was, and it's like that's not normal. He's dealing with something significant, so we got to just protect him from himself sometimes.
How are his spirits, bro? Did you get a chance to talk to him at all?
Yeah, he's down. He's down. I mean, Dre built the right way. Like he wants to be out there. He wants to help us win games, and that's my brother. At the end of the day, like I said, we gotta hold him back from hurting himself more.
You're obviously focused on this game, but you're one of the few players on this team who was here for the Super Bowl when it was here, and I think that's the last time the 49ers played in this building. Did that ever enter your mind at all today?
Not really. I guess when we first walked in and just seeing the locker room, but other than that, it really didn't have any significance.
You and Nick had said that you're eager to see what the energy level's like over these last few games. What was that like today? What was the energy on defense?
It was right. I mean, from the get-go, you could feel it. Like we came out with the right intention. I think all across the board, everybody had their mind made up that we were going to come out. We were going to set the tone early. But I mean, it's a 4-quarter football game. That rah-rah stuff only lasts so long. You gotta play, assignment sound, execute at a high level. And at the end of the day, I look at defensively, I keep looking at it. The takeaways is the difference. When we don't take the ball away, it's going to be hard to win.
Brad, how was it out there being with D next to you?
It's great. I love D. I love playing alongside him. He's a young player, but he plays the right way. I know he's banged. Everybody's banged up right now, but I like taking the field. I love taking the field with D every single time.
2 or 3 late hit penalties by the defense. Any comment on those? Some of them seemed maybe a little bit ticky-tacky.
Yeah, I mean, I know I can't comment on it too much, but we're obviously going to play a style of play where we're going to try and finish with the ball every single snap. There's a smart way to go about it, and at the end of the day, if you get a penalty called on you, you're wrong. That's just what it is.
That's good. Thanks, Brian.
Thanks, man.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.